played out. We must broadly unite to carry out the fight, to resist the crimes of this system. But on the real revolution is the only solution. So we need to call out things whose time has run out, which keep people in chains, suffering unbearable pain. These things are all played out. Capitalist vultures, big-time and worldwide exploiters, preaching about personal responsibility, ranting about predators and criminality, terrorizing the youth in the inner cities, while you loot everywhere you see, slaughter people and rain destruction through crimes untold, all to enforce your rule and amass your gold on the backs of billions, chaining them in slavery, new and old. Your time in history, it's gone. It's all played out. This puffed up stuff about the land of the free and the home of the brave. A country that built itself on bodies of slaves and ruthless genocidal robbery, that spreads its empire through plunder, driving countless people under with its bloody red, white, blue rag unfurled. All this pompous nonsense about the leader of the free world, that's all played out. Vicious politicians and mindless mobs, screaming and threatening, hounding people driven from their homelands, growling and howling, speak English or go home. These fools aren't saying anything worthwhile in any tongue. It's the same old song they've always sung. Fade deeper in the shadows, suffer in silence while you slave. To create wealth we crave, it's our way, backed up by violence. This garbage is all played out. People of privilege demanding their right to be a parasite, whining about how things aren't good like they used to be back in the day when things were done in an even worse way. Look you in the face, say it's not about race or keeping half of humanity down, but want you in your place if you're a woman or black or brown. What this is, it's all played out. Nigger, a homicidal epithet from days of slave ship nightmare, plantation overseers with whips, lynch mobs, racist whites on power trips, repeated still now by far too many, openly racist or hyped as hip and cool, frat boys blasting rap. Who do they think they fool? Nigger, a word that bites deeper than a frothing rabid beast, that shouts the horror of centuries, cruelty and brutality. A word nobody should want to use. A word that just can't be made good, even if a shout out to homies in the hood. This word and everything it stands for, it's long past time it be all played out. Modern day Uncle Toms, respectable Negroes who squawk out poison, parrot lies of powers that be, package slander is the truth, never fail to blame the youth, even slam them as our worst enemy. Oh, you bootlicking, wannabe second-class bourgeoisie, you're all played out. Reverends and the rest, not ones who really stand with the oppressed, but those who strut and preach to keep the people down on their knees, suffering indignity, who put the blame on those unfree for ways that they are kept in misery. Pompous, self-righteous asses who breathe contempt for the masses. Fools who worship the powers that be, insisting the things stay locked within the bounds of bargains with the bourgeoisie. All played out. Backward-ass athletes and entertainers wearing a cross, slavish symbol of submission, never making it their mission to use their position to help people rise up. Never raise a fist, but point a foolish finger to the sky, giving praise, helping to spread the lie that in this system you can make it if you try. So if you're poor and beaten down, it's you to blame. Never demanding to know why, if some supposed God controls all this, so many suffer needlessly. Shame should be on such a God if it existed, but all this God talk is just twisted. It's all in God's hands, leave it to the Lord. Just help this system stay in power. When bowing down to lords and masters should be over, all this too is all played out. Falling for that game, caught up in those lies about does the same as done before, still using torture, no better than John Hugh and that whole crew, waging unjust wars that never cease. You look the other way, time after time, day after day, at all the crimes against humanity under Obama's command and with his decree. He talks about getting beyond race. His is just a different face that covers all too familiar murder and brutality by sneering pigs who hunt down youth in inner cities. You should know, this game is all played out. Elections, where if you're looking for a better world, no matter how you choose, yes, P.S., you lose. You're always left deflated and frustrated because the politicians and elections are cogs in a machine, part of a system that runs and rules by treating human beings and the earth as things to be exploited and despoiled. Believing the hype, putting all your faith in this bourgeois democracy, this lie of people's sovereignty, come on, it's all played out. Placing your hand over your heart, honoring the rag of U.S. imperialism, doing your part to prove you are respectable, will do only what's acceptable. Pledging allegiance to this flag, bowing down to this monstrosity that causes so much horror for humanity. All played out. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. That craziness about being like Scarface, acting without a trace of humanity, plundering and violating without remorse, killing and dying for no good purpose. Give it up. It's all played out. Men thinking it's their right to order women around and misuse them, to degrade and abuse them, talking all that talk about bitches and hoes. And if she's pregnant, she can't have an abortion because she should have kept her legs closed. Assertion of manhood or talk of protecting womanhood, which still means keeping women subordinated and dominated. All this garbage about women being less than man, less than fully human, that's all played out. Disrespecting people who love someone of the same sex, treating them as objects of contempt, dogging them, beating them down for being different. Religious tradition encoding oppression, authority invoked to enforce suppression of sexuality in forms that are outside the norms that are proclaimed natural and God-ordained. Norms that in reality enforce exploitation, perpetuate patriarchy and male domination. All this too is all played out. Shop until you drop. Buy, buy, buy. You are what you own. Your worth is what you purchase. I. Throngs gathering to scramble for the latest I-toy rage, but not to resist injustice and endless outrage. All played out. Tabloid addiction and gossip slinging, treating as prominent what is really trivial, making what really matters seem invisible, acting like mobs in Roman arenas, sneering and snarking with a vicious demeanor, building yourself up by tearing other people down. All played out. Putting up with all this madness, even though you know it's wrong. Being passive, thinking how they want you thinking, acting just to get along, singing that old song, that though the crimes are terrible and massive, nothing can be done about this, nothing can change, because of human nature, things are bound to be this way. Revolution, that was tried and it failed. Communism, voice dissent, they'll haul you off to jail. With communism, they take away your freedom. We say that's just wrong, plus there's a new synthesis. There are speeches, books with deep analysis, but you don't read them, won't hear them or go near them. You remain in paralysis. Like that, you're all played out. A so-called left that, to tell the truth, finds it frightening and distasteful to change the world radically at its root. Disgraceful. A left that is content with posing, devoid of rage or joy, its passion spent, deceiving mimic, miming what it claims to be opposing, rejects the path of revolution, insists there can be only one viable and desirable. Reform within the confines of this system. Change conforming to the dictates of this brutal order. Talks forever of democracy. Cover for dictatorship of bourgeoisie. Politics of identity that really comes back down to me. If it speaks of socialism, it is tired out, dried up dogma. No reality, lacking fire, ferment, and conviction. Impoverished imagination, lowered vision. The change it talks about is paltry fiction. Lifeless, desiccated, can't lead anyone to be emancipated. A left like that is all played out. This whole damn system, root and source of all this madness. All played out. Rupture, advance, beyond all that, no doubt. Putting an end to this insanity. Working for revolution to emancipate all humanity. That's what we got to be all about. All the rest that poses and opposes what cries out to be done. It needs to be over and gone. It's all played out.